trying to find a point range of the heavier battery. Hey folks, Rich here at Rcinformer. Today I have the latest and greatest coming from FMS Models. Once again, guys, this is their all-new 70mm Viper jet. FMS is really going crazy with the EDF jets, and they're doing a real nice job with them. I love Viper jets, especially some of the smaller ones, because they're great entry-level jets, and they're just fun to fly and they're fun to tool around with. A couple of comments I've had so far from folks is about this plane that they've seen is that there's no flap servos and people want flaps, but I'm here to tell you, you really don't need flaps on small Viper jets like this. Generally, it just makes the plane more expensive. It's not necessary because the plane usually just slows down nice without them anyway. But otherwise, guys, I don't have instructions with this either, I don't think, because this is an early paint sample, or this might be the first one off the production line, I'm not sure. So, but sure enough, it's going to screw together really easy. It's real nice in the box, as you can see. It has retractable gear, which is nice, so it's definitely more or less a budget-minded jet as well. And you can see it has the FMS logos and Rock Hobby logo on there. I think some folks have commented that they don't like the logos on there, but you know, hey guys, it's a sport plane, so it's kind of like a stock car. There's going to be logos all over it, and it looks like this is painted up in a Blue Angels kind of paint scheme, so that should be nice and sporty and real easy to see out there. So I don't know a lot about the plane, guys, so let's get it out of the box. Let's all take a look at it and see what comes inside. Let's get all the parts out and I'll lay everything out for you. All right, guys, here's the layout of all the parts that came out of the box, and it's pretty clear that this is going to be easy to put together. We've got 4 parts, guys. We've got the fuselage with the nose strut in it, the fan, motor, ESC, all ready to have everything attached to it. Looks like we've got the main wing panel here, aileron servos, retractable gear, everything's in there. Wires are done, your horizontal stabilizer and elevator. With your 2 rods, horns, linkages, and servos installed, and your vertical stabilizer and your rudder with your rods, horns, linkage, servo installs, and a bag of screws. It also has the linkages and everything to add flaps if you want to do that later. Again, guys, plane really probably is not going to need flaps, but if you do want to add them, it's nice they gave you the hardware to do it. So. But anyway, guys, I really like the paint job. I'm a big fan of the Blue Angels. I love that color. I think the blue and the yellow just are awesome contrast out there when you're flying around. And this thing is going to look spectacular when we go fly it here. So anyway, guys, let's take a closer look at each of the individual parts. The first part up to show you guys is the fuselage. And man, I got to tell you, this thing, it is rugged and it has a very nice finish on it. All the way around. It's sort of a semi-gloss, which is typical of FMS. Looks like they didn't do a great job with this particular decal or this sticker, but let's see how the other side looks a lot better. So mine is a little rough sometimes. Again, guys, mine's the first one. A lot of times they slap together and they get it out to me so I can do pictures and video and all that kind of stuff. But man, I'm really liking this. Very good looking jet, guys. Nice paint job all the way around. Nice plastic nose cone on it. Let's start here at the front. You can see inside there, retractable landing gear with metal trunnion. It is a wire gear, but again, guys, this is more of a budget-minded type jet, so it's really probably meant to be fairly cost-effective. Servo right in there for your steering. Nice cooling port going right in there, guys, to get air into your battery area and ESC. You can see your fan down there with your intake. Intakes are painted with sort of a black color around them. You got your Viper there because it is a Viper jet after all, so you need to have that. And then your wing saddle where your wing fits in. They're really doing a nice job, guys, here with the ducting, and of course there's your exhaust that gets everything out of your battery and ESC or battery and receiver compartment there and into the free stream of air there. But really nice on the intakes. They did a really nice job, guys. Again, I'm liking this, how they put these doublers. You can see this doubler right in here, and the rear doubler there that actually locks into the foam, and it's actually streamlined with the side of the inside of the scoop area here, guys, into the intakes and everything. And of course, all metal threads all the way around. Let me see if I can get on in there. Actually, I think they're metal. Yeah, metal there. Actually, I can't see. Yeah, I can see it now. They're all metal threads down in there. It's kind of hard to see them. There we go. I think if I angle the camera, you can kind of see them in there. But it looks like there's 6 screws that get this wing on, guys, into the saddle and keeps it on there. 70 amp Predator ESC, very tried, true, and proven speed controller. And if I can zoom down in there, let me see if I can get in there on that fan a little better. You've got FMS's 70 millimeter proprietary fan. Some of the best fans in the industry, better than the rest, I think. And they seem to sound, all the FMS fans sound great, and they're extremely efficient compared to a lot of the other manufacturers that are out there. This is your compartment to get into your fan. 2 screws and that comes off. Your ventral fins here, guys, already installed and ready to go. Real impressive. Very little work to do on this plane, guys. Again, FMS, as you guys have seen from some of my other videos, they are the fastest out of the box and flying, as you can see here, with very little work that you need to do. Zoom right down in there, guys. There is your brushless in-runner motor, guys, not an outrunner like some of the competition, but the in-runner's smoother, a little bit more powerful altogether, and they just run real smooth. Elevator pad right here. You can see your horizontal stabilizer pad. Just pretty much fits right on here. 4 screws again, guys, machine screws, metal thread so you can get it off if you need to get in there. Vertical stabilizer goes on here with some screws, and in fact, actually I think 2 of these are for the elevator and 2 for the rudder that plug in up top here. But real nice construction all the way around. They went with a light gray, it looks like, for the tail cone. Really nice construction, guys. I'm liking how tough this is. It just has a very, very solid feel to it all the way around. Single pilot up there, guys. Space for another in the back if you really want to put one in there. And a little bit of cockpit detailing. And FMS is really going away from those magnets, and they're using these really nice snap-on latches, as you can see here. This thing comes off. The pilot is screwed in place, which is nice. You got a ventilated canopy there to help minimize the blistering and the bubbling inside that canopy when it gets hot. Try and get a shot here where you can see inside, if possible. Now, I don't think it's going to happen, where it's hard for me to get away from that glare so you guys can see, but there is some instrumentation in there in that cockpit. As we get into the inside here, guys, you can see your steering servo right down in there. And everything's labeled, guys. You got Velcro for putting your battery down. Your ESC line is in there to plug in your battery. Not sure why they used a XT60, it looks like. That is probably, I would imagine, going to change on the production version of this plane. I would imagine they're going to put either an EC3 or an EC5 on there, because it is a 6L powered jet, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, guys, all your wires are there. Everything's labeled. You can see your rudder wire there. Your aileron, elevator, rudder, all that stuff is in there and ready to go. So canopy goes in with a tongue and groove in the front, latches in place with a real nice plastic locking pad with a hole in it. But just a super nice job on this fuselage, folks. The next big item to show you guys is the main wing panel. The beauty is, guys, it's all one piece. You can see winglets are all installed. Ailerons, flaps, again, no flaps on unless you want to add them, but they're ready to go. And as we roll around, let me flip this thing upside down. You can see your winglets, how they're attached on there. Rods, horns, linkages, everything is installed with ball links and ready to go. The flaps, all you have to do to put a flap in if you want to, guys, is just cut right along here and then pop this little block out, and you can put a servo in, and you can put the rods, linkage, horn, and all that, and that's all in that bag right there. So if you do want to add flaps, it's real easy to add your own servos to it. Retracts are nice, guys. Metal trunnions in there, and wire gear. Again, guys, it's a budget-minded jet. It's really intended for somebody that just wants to go out there and fly around and tool around a little bit, and just have sort of some fun, some low-stress fly, high-speed flying plane. That's what this thing is really meant for, guys. Your doublers here, 4 doublers up front for your, I don't know why there's 4 wing screws, probably because just the pan of this is really wide, so they put 4 here and 2 back here with all your doublers, guys. So it looks really nice. They have the intake and everything, and the plumbing, the piping going back to that fan, nice and smooth. And here's all your wires that go right inside the underside of the fuselage and join everything up. So stickers are decently applied on there. Looks real nice. Very smooth finish, guys, all the way around. Overall, folks, real impressed with the wing panel on this plane. Here's a quick look at the horizontal stabilizer. Nice finish all the way around. You can see the doublers here for your horizontal stabilizer. And then your rudder actually plugs in and passes through this, and it helps hold this whole thing down. But they've engineered this real nice. Paint and decals are on there real nice. Rods, horns, linkages, guys, already installed all the way around. Digital servos everywhere. And looks like this piece here plugs right into the back of that. That keeps the whole thing from turning a bit. Keeps it all locked in place. And just very sturdy. There's a spar running through this that makes it really rigid. So definitely can't wait to get this up there, guys. Very nice elevator surface on this plane. Last but not least, guys, we have the vertical stabilizer and the rudder. Really nicely made. Again, very rigid. Has a spar even running through it. You can see the holes for it right there. And rods, horns, linkage, digital servo, all installed. And I really like this plastic kind of like a spar doubler that looks like the spar actually runs into. So it's really pretty tough, guys. Pretty firm. Should make a nice connection in there. They also have a plastic doubler up front, you can see here, and a single screw goes through there to hold that in place. Nice fit and finish, nice decal application, guys. It's looking like we're talking 6 screws here, we're talking 4 screws here, that's 10, and 1 in here. So it's looking like 11 screws, guys, is all you need to put this thing together. Last but not least, guys, is the hardware package. And they give you rods, and again, they give you horns here, guys, for your optional flaps if you want to add flaps to this thing. So you can see the screws in here. I'm not sure, I don't want to count every single one of them, but there ought to be, I guess, 11 of them. Once again, guys, for your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for your wing, 4 to get your kind of elevator and rudder on it, and then 1 more for the front of your vertical stabilizer. And that's it, guys. This looks like, I got to tell you, this looks like a really sweet jet. I'm kind of dying to get this out to the field. It's kind of nice to have a simple airplane that flies well with retractable landing gear, so you don't just have the complexities of just more expensive jets. We'll see. I don't know what this is coming to the market at cost-wise, but I tell you what, it's a solid airplane. I can't wait to get this together and get it out to the field, guys. I'll report to you about the CG and all that later. Again, I don't have the manual, so we'll talk about it as we fly the plane. But overall, guys, I'm impressed with this. This is a nice bird. Nice little kind of budget discount airplane with, again, retractable gear. That's really all you need for a small plane like this. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out Rcinformer. Be looking for the flight videos coming soon. Thanks for watching, and as always, guys, we'll see you next time.